Good morning, students. So, our chapter excretory products and their elimination is going on. Now, today we'll study about the functions of the tubules. Proximal convoluted tubule, what happens in Henle's loop, and what happens in distal convoluted tubule in collecting duct, and how I will use the terms isotonic, hypertonic, and hypotonic again and again. I think you all know all these terms very well. First of all, I will take what happens at proximal convoluted tubule, means PCT. About 65% of the glomerular filtrate is normally reabsorbed in the PCT before reaching the loop of Henle. Glucose, amino acids, vitamins, hormones, sodium, potassium, chlorides, phosphate, bicarbonates, and much of water and some urea from the filtrate are reabsorbed. Sulfates and creatinine are not reabsorbed. Chloride ions, urea, and other solutes are reabsorbed by diffusion. The filtrate is isotonic to blood plasma. Now you must understand sulfates and creatinine are not reabsorbed. Sodium and potassium are reabsorbed by primary active transport, and glucose and amino acids are reabsorbed by secondary active transport. Now next is loop of Henle. Now you all know hairpin-like structure that is called loop of Henle. If you are observing the diagram that the descending limb of loop of Henle means the limb which is going downwards is called descending limb of loop of Henle. In this part, as the filtrate flows in it, its water is reabsorbed due to increasing osmolarity of interstitial fluid. Sodium and other solutes are not reabsorbed here. The filtrate becomes hypertonic to blood plasma. Next one is ascending limb of loop of Henle, means the limb of loop of Henle which is going upwards. It is impermeable to water but permeable to potassium, chloride ions and sodium ions, and partially permeable to urea. Thus in the thick ascending limb of loop of Henle, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium are reabsorbed. The filtrate becomes hypotonic to blood plasma. Now comes the distal convoluted tubule, means DCT. There is active reabsorption of sodium ions from the filtrate under the influence of aldosterone. We'll study these hormones later. Aldosterone, hormone secreted by the cortex of adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is present above the kidney. Chloride ions are also reabsorbed by in the distal convoluted tubule. Water is reabsorbed here under the influence of anti-diuretic hormone released by posterior lobe of pituitary gland. This makes the filtrate isotonic to blood plasma. Now next is what happens at collecting duct. From distal convoluted tubule, filtrate enters the collecting duct where further reabsorption of water takes place. The filtrate becomes more concentrated, which makes filtrate hypertonic to blood plasma. The entire duct is permeable to water. Thus, a considerable amount of water is reabsorbed in the collecting duct under the influence of anti-diuretic hormone. Sodium is reabsorbed in the collecting duct under the influence of aldosterone. The filtrate is now called urine. Thus, urine is hypotonic to blood and isotonic to medullary fluid. So, we have learned about what happens, which what substances are reabsorbed and what are get secreted at the PCT, ascending, descending limb of loop of Henle, ascending limb of loop of Henle, then DCT, and then collecting duct. Till now, we have studied that in the PCT, the filtrate is isotonic to the blood plasma, and then it becomes hypertonic to blood plasma in the descending limb of loop of Henle, and in the ascending limb of loop of Henle, it will become hypotonic to blood plasma. And in collecting duct, further reabsorption occurs, which makes the filtrate hypertonic. Now, thus the human urine is hypertonic. Now next I will tell you about osmolarity. Now I will use the term osmolarity. So I will define the term osmolarity. Osmolarity describes the total solute concentration of the solution. A solution with low osmolarity has the greater number of water molecules relative to the number of solute particles. A solution with high osmolarity has fewer water molecules with respect to solute particles. The kidneys have a special mechanism for concentrating the urine. This is called countercurrent mechanism. This mechanism depends upon the loop of Henle and the vasa recta, collecting ducts and interstitial fluid. The flow of filtrate in two limbs of loop of Henle is in opposite direction. Means ascending limb and descending limb, both the limbs have opposite direction. Flow of filtrate is in opposite direction and thus forms a counter current. The flow of blood in the ascending capillary and descending capillary of vasa rectum is also in opposite direction and therefore forms a counter current. The proximity between the loop of Henle and the vasa recta as well as the counter current in them helps in maintaining and increasing osmolarity towards the inner medullary interstitial fluid, that is from 300 milliosmol per liter in the cortex to about 1200 milliosmol per liter in the inner medulla. This gradient is mainly caused by sodium chloride and urea. NaCl, sodium chloride, is transported by the ascending limb of loop of Henle, which is exchanged with the descending capillary of vasa recta. Now, sodium chloride is returned to the medullary interstitial fluid by the ascending capillary of vasa recta. Similarly, small amounts of urea enter the thin segment of ascending limb of loop of Henle, which is transported back to the medullary interstitial fluid by the collecting duct. The countercurrent mechanism helps to maintain a concentration gradient in the medullary interstitial fluid, which helps in the easy absorption of water from the filtrate present in the collecting duct, so that the concentration of the filtrate, means urine, is increased. Human kidneys can produce about 4 times concentrated urine than the initial filtrate formed. So the overall function of countercurrent mechanism is to concentrate sodium chloride in the interstitial fluid and thereby cause water to diffuse out of the collecting ducts and concentrate the urine. मीन्स इंटरस्टिशियल फ्लूइड में जितना ज्यादा सोडियम क्लोराइड प्रेजेंट होगा उतना वाटर रीअब्सॉर्ब हो जाएगा. Therefore, hypertonic urine is produced in human beings. So, what is the significance of urea? As I have stated earlier, that urea is also involved in the countercurrent mechanism. Permeability to urea is found in the deeper parts of thin ascending limb of loop of Henle and collecting ducts. Urea diffuses out of the collecting ducts and enters into the thin ascending limbs of loop of Henle. A certain amount of urea is recycled and in this way is trapped in the interstitial fluid. What is the effect of alcohol? So alcohol decreases the level of antidiuretic hormone. This lowers reabsorption of water and increases the loss of water in urine. Therefore, beverages having a high content of alcohol cause excessive urination and dehydration.